Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you would like to know how I got this look, please continue watching. So today I've already prepped my eyebrows beforehand, and I also laid down the foundation on my eyes because I wanted to do my Sephora tape. And I'm going to create my eyeshadow look first using the Natasha Denona Roxa palette. I want to give this guy some love because I actually really love this eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to give it some love today. That's what I'm going to choose to do. So let's see. The first shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here. And I'm just going to lay this down. Actually, I'm just going to go in with my bigger brush here. I grabbed the wrong brush. So I'm just going to lay some of this product down here. Thought I'd have a bit of fun today. And why not? It's a new day. It's a new makeup look. And using the tape is not just for glam looks. I mean, you can do this any day. It's just it's going to take maybe a little bit extra work. And so, when you're working, you probably might not have the time to do this, but you might as well. Everybody has different situations. So I just got to make sure this tape lays down. That was lifting a bit, so maybe what I got to do is come the other way. No, that's lifting. And this is the thing about this tape. I find that I'm just going to take this one off and I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm just going to replace the tape. Okay, so I fixed that problem. I just had to lay down a new piece of tape because it was lifting. I find that with the Sephora tape, once you lay it, you can't reposition it because that's what'll happen. And it's a bit annoying, and that's how come even using just regular tape works just as well, so but what I do find better about this, it does release easier and it's more gentle on the skin. So but I'm not, there's nothing wrong with the other way either. I used to do it all the time. So I'm just going to lay down my base color, and this is a beautiful color because what I'm going to do is see what else I can come up with this palette because it is, I just really love this color story. But I mean, I love purple. I love color. Oh, it's so much fun though. The next color I'm going to go in with is this one. This is a beautiful deepening shade. Just to create some depth here now. And I think, you know what, this was the first time using the Roxa palette that I really realized just how beautiful Natasha Denona's formula was, because I find this formula, oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. It blends so easy. It goes on so nicely. Very nicely pigmented too. I'm a big fan of Natasha Denona. She is a gifted lady, and what beautiful colors. So there we go. I'm just going to bring it down. That is so beautiful. Okay, I'm just having too much fun. I can just blend, blend, blend all day long. It's like that much fun. So the next thing I'm going to do is just lay down some glitter glue. The NYX glitter glue. Just going to put it where one of the things that I'd really like to do yet too is learn how to do it's a style of applying the eyeshadow. What is it called again? Halo eye. Oh my. I tell you, it's just the way my memory can go sometimes, and I can't really help that. That's just a part of my condition that I have. So anyway, let's see. Oh, what am I going to use today to go with this? I think I'd like to try something a little bit lighter and sort of stay in this area. I'm going to actually use this one down here. And let's just see. I'll use it as a transition first, and let's see how it looks as the transition between the outer sort of look, and then I'll go in with a lighter shade, I think, just to brighten up that inner part of my eye. And then I'll go in with this one here. Let's just see how that's going to look. Now, the thing with also her shimmers, like they're really pretty, but they're not as like wow as Artitude or what you get from something like Inslee Rain type of shimmers. But these are very beautiful, just the way they are too. And that looks gorgeous. So I'm just going to go back and do a little bit more blending now. And I'm just going to use this beautiful color, and I'm going to blend this all together. Grab the wrong one. I'm just using this pink here. Well, it's like a pinkish purple. It's really beautiful. Like that is gorgeous. So let's just do a little bit of blending. Nice. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to create a liner look. And I'm going to use my Sephora eyeliner brush. And I'm going to just lay some really close to that lash line. Really pretty. And now I want to go in with a smaller brush, something that's going to give me a little bit more detail, because I want to bring that out. And I'm just going to go into the very same color again. I want it to come out, create a bit of a wing. Well, to create a wing, that's the whole point of it. And I'm going to, this is such a great way to create a wing, guys, especially if you're not used to creating a wing. This makes it so easy. So I'm just going to do my other side. And this way you also can blend that color out just a tiny bit too. Well, for me today, this is what I'd like. Just going to blend it out so it's not so harsh looking. I like it. Now I'm going to use this lighter color. Actually, what I might do is wait for the inner corner just when I do the rest of my makeup. I think I'm sort of happy with that. So let's take the tape off and sort of see what kind of look I created. Ooh, now I like that. that is so much fun. I might have even gone a little bit thicker with that wing, but I am going to create it a little bit more when I sort of come under the eye and bring it up. But that, I really like. That is so pretty. That's pretty. I like that. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is just go in with my base products. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go in with my foundation, and I'm going to use my Armani Luminous Silk today. And we'll get some of this product on, and I'll just start there just because where I've created the eyeshadow look first. Really pretty. And that's I don't know, I just really love the Roxa palette. I think it's beautiful, but I am a lover of the color purple too. It's so beautiful. And I'm just gonna try to get in here. There we go. I got it. Beautiful. This is such a pretty sort of everyday foundation, and but I gotta say, products are coming out all the time, and I'm just a galley who loves to try new. And I'm glad too, because that Givenchy foundation, chef's kiss on that baby. That is just beautiful. And I also very much love, oh, and I also saw, and I have to mention this, I also saw like another review on the new Givenchy pressed powder that's taken the place of the old Givenchy. And yep, apparently it's really nice as well. So I'm so happy to hear that, because now I have a replacement for my very favorite powder. And even though it's not in a loose formula, I'm still going to use it. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is just get on some concealer. And I'm just going to do a touch of my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. There we go, just to help with some of those dark circles. And then I think I'll just go in with the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. There we go, and I'll just do a little bit there, there, and there. Yeah, so I still got a couple of orders I'm waiting for, so I think that's been my theme lately. But this is sort of my fun time, and I just enjoy makeup that much. So we're just going to really be careful of the makeup we have done. Really give that nice sharpness to the eyeshadow wing there. Beautiful. Lovely. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do next is just go in with any cream products that I'm going to use. And I think today, just for funsies, I'm going to go back to my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And I'll just grab and I'll just lay some of this And the fun thing about all of my bronzers is they all have different colors. So I find that my Dior one is it really brightens like a sunburn. This one is more neutral, and I like the neutralness of this one. And I'd say my Rare Beauty is right in between the two. So I really love all of my bronzers. And then for my cheek product, I think that I am going to use, I think I might go back to one of my Patrick Ta blushes. Yeah, I'm going to use this one here. This one is She's That Girl. It's just such a beautiful color. So the first thing I'm going to do is just place some of the, and look at that. It's a perfect color for my eye makeup today. That is beautiful. Patrick Ta really does some really beautiful makeup. I'd love to, well, unfortunately, I know that his formula with his eyeshadow had some issues, so I'd like to see that get corrected and then him come out with another beautiful palette, because with some shimmers, though, his beautiful shimmers are just gorgeous. The man does the most beautiful eyeshadows. Oh my. I gotta say, his are definitely up there with my favorites. Okay, I'm liking the blush. The next thing I'm going to do is just go in with my powder, and I'm gonna use my Givenchy. I'll just set my creams. And there we go. It's such a beautiful blurring, yet there's still a bit of glow, like a little bit of life to this one. And I have noticed it, like, again, with my filming, just how beautiful this is, including my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder. I use that one as a finishing and this one as my setting, but oh, it's just beautiful. Again, I have a deep love for makeup, I think. Okay, I'm gonna get that one closed. And now that I've got that done, we'll go in with some of my powders. So what am I going to use for my powdered bronzer today? I think what I'm going to do is go in with my Cheekbone Beauty Bronzer, but I'm just going to use the bronzer out of this, because I got to say, like, guys, this is really, and this one I too find is more neutral than some of my other bronzers that I have. And I really, really appreciate this. This actually goes very nice with the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer I have. So I'm just going to lay some of that down. Beautiful. Like that. And, you know, this product's made in Italy. And then I love the fact that they're very conscious about our environment, because they put it in this little tin so that when you're done, you can reuse this product, like this tin, for other things. And I think that is a very thoughtful thing to do, because so much winds up in our landfill today. All right, so anyway, let me see. I'm going to go now back in with my palette from the Roxa palette from Natasha Denona, because I'd like to finish off like the under eye. And I think what I'm going to do is just use my liner brush again from Sephora, and I'm just going to meet up with my wing here, just like so. And then do my other side. and I never usually go all the way with the color. And it's more of a, because like where I'm in my 50s, I find if I were to really go heavy with my makeup now, which this is probably heavy for a lot of people, it's just not as flattering anymore, but that's okay. It's just like I'm doing what I think and what I feel is flattering on me, not pushing my ideals on anybody else. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to go in with the lighter shade again, and I'm going to smoke this out just on the bottom a little bit just to lighten that up. Oh, that is so pretty. So pretty. So, I mean, this is sort of that area where I'm getting a little bit of variety from this palette, is that I can create a look that's a little bit different than, you know, just getting the same look over and over again. This one is quite pretty. Another thing that I'd really like to do someday is sort of mix my palettes, because sort of mix some of my colors so I can get a cute look. So for my inner corner, I think I'm going to go in with this guy here. And let's see if that's going to work. I'm just going to wipe that off. And let's see if this guy's going to work for that inner corner. Yeah, I like that. Yep. I like to come up just a little bit, just to brighten my inner. Yeah. Perfect. Ooh, this turned out to be a lot of fun today. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm really happy with the way my eye look turned out. Like, it's a little bit more subtle than some other days, but it's sort of that in between my sort of basic look and a little bit of glam. But I am enjoying it. And that's what we do, is enjoy our makeup. Now, I have to find out, what did I do? Okay, so here's my nose contour. And I'm looking for my brush. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to go in with my lighter shade. And I'm just going to highlight that brow bone. I just love this shade because it's more brightening on me. And I sort of need that. And I'm just going to do a little touch right here. Just a little touch, just to give me a little impact right here. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it's all about the small, subtle touches we do. Then I'm going to boop down my nose and boop down there. Then I'm going to take the other brush and I'm going to contour my nose, because contouring is very helpful in a makeup look, and you can do lots with a little bit of shading. And so I'm just going to get this on just to create some shading around my nose. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Patrick Ta and go in with the powder blush. Let's see, I need a, yep, and I'll just give that a little wipe. And then I'm going to go in with my powdered product. And that is so pretty. Very pretty indeed. I'm feeling very pink today. Lovely. I like that. So then I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm going to do my finishing powder. I'm just going to go around my edges just to soften everything nicely. There we go. Beautiful. I really like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go off screen and get my mascara on. And of course, I'm going to be using my Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. The reason why I'm just using that one right now is like the ileus irritating to my eyes. And where I just opened the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize, I want to use that one for a little while before I switch my mascaras, because they have a shorter life once you start using them. So I'll use that one a lot until it's getting close to the end, and then I'll open up a new one. Anyway, guys, I'll be back in a minute. I'm back and I have my mascara on. And I gotta say, before I go on, because I keep forgetting to tell you guys, one of the new products that I've been using for my hair, I have curly hair. Well, it's not like mega curly though. It's a wave that if I put in the right products and diffuse, I can have nice curly hair. But it's wow. Oh, wow. This is a oh, wow moment, because I find it really, like, I don't use it every day, but I'll use it maybe once or twice a week. But I'll put it in my hair and it really does help control frizz and stuff like that. This is such a beautiful product. I thought I'd share it with you guys because this is one of the newer products that I've been using. I also have to say too that I've noticed a lot of improvement with my skin, especially after using the Paula's Choice Exfoliate. And I use it not every day, but every other day. And it's a part of my nighttime care routine for my face. So I'll put this on, then I'll put on the Medicate serum, and I use my Charlotte Tilbury cream at nighttime. And sort of that's my nighttime cream routine. Now, I came back with a little boo-boo I made, actually a couple. And I just wanted to show you guys just how to correct it. So if you look really close, I got mascara on my cheek and I got a little bit under my eye. So if you let it dry, you just take a spoolie, and if you go like that, it'll come right off. Just like that. And right here too, it should just come off. Yep. So if you do that while it's still wet, you're just going to make a huge mess. But if you just wait for it to dry down, it'll come right off just with a spoolie. And it's just like one of those little tricks that I've learned along the way, and I just like sort of sharing them. So for my lips today, I'm going to use a Cheekbone Beauty Lippy in the Sand. That's a really nice color with this look. And then I'm going to go in with, from the Morgan Turner's collection with Odin's Eye, the Love Language collection, I'm going to use Beso for my lip product. Let's just see. Yep, I like that. But you know what? It's just a second there. So this one's actually in Kisses. And I put it over, what shade? Beso. So I put it over Beso. And I actually like the combination of the two. So I'm just going to leave that as is. That looks good. So I got to say, guys, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and that way you're notified of any future videos. As well, if you enjoyed today's content, give it a like and leave a comment. I would love to hear your opinion. And guys, I have to say, I'm feeling pretty good and I'm ready for my day. And I wish all of you guys a great day too. Bye.